Hello everyone, this is Notch, and this is a video. Yay, I'm making another one. There's a few things planned, but this is one of them. Because for my birthday, there really wasn't anything to mention except for this, and I really want to mention this one a little too much. In fact, this is my new keyboard. It sounds pretty cool, that's for sure. It's definitely an upgrade over the 2003 Yamaha PSR-275. Let me turn this down a little bit. This is the Yamaha PSR-e 453. And I've been completely fine with a PSR-e 3 series model, but you know what? I got this one, so I haven't actually listened to this part of the song at all. Wow. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just... Oh yeah, this part. Okay, I remember now. To go through a little bit of a tour of what all the buttons are and what all the different features and stuff are. Well, not everything, but like just a little review of some of the stuff that you can do. And once this song finishes, we're going to get started. So, I'm actually going to mention, again, and I think this is a good idea to mention in the beginning, just in case someone really doesn't watch any, like, middle of my videos and stuff. I'm going to turn this off for a minute. So I have started to put like descriptions into my videos finally, and I'm not sure if anyone on my channel follows Daniel Ingersam Locke, who is also part of the Electronic Game Hub channel, but we'll talk about that later. But him, he put a description on one of his videos that encouraged people to get copyrights and stuff of music and other things that are part of the video and put them in the description. And after this, I'm thinking of changing all my videos categories over from people and blogs over to something a little different, like music or gaming, depending on what it is. And the other cool thing that I may possibly do, if I have enough time for it, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and put some, I'm not sure what they're called, but like cards. You know, those things that vibrate your phone whenever they show up and then let you go to a playlist or a video. I'm going to try to add those into my videos. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but yeah, that's my plans. And I'm hoping that the category switch and possibly the descriptions will help in getting my channel a little even better than it is. Although, you know, it's not going to be anything amazing because, you know, my channel's never going to be good. But, you know, I don't care. It's really nice to see that people are still subscribing to me. That is amazing. Thanks for every single one of you still who's watching my videos. And with that, I think I'd better start doing this because I'm rambling too much. So, the PSR-e 453. Wait, is it recording? Or is it... I'm confused about this new voice memos app in iOS 12 beta. It's weird. So, let's try to start the description one more time since I got interrupted. That is pretty cool, though, that it does not stop the recording. It just pauses. Anyway, let's put this back here and see if I can describe. So the PSR-e 453. I'd like to imagine it as the miniature version of the DGX 630 that I had for a few days for recording purposes. Except it's got like keyboard style keys instead of piano style keys, which is completely normal. And it's all a little, you know, cheap. Well, let's just say it's plastic. It's made of plastic. It's not that much more made of, like, I remember the DGX 630, I'm pretty sure it cost like a fortune back in 2009 when it was released, so I can't blame the PSR-e 453 to look any you know, it's a consumer grade keyboard still, so, or should I say entry level. It's not like a high-end workstation or anything, and I don't want anything like that, because even this stuff that's in here is quite a huge amount of stuff. Let me just start from the very left, actually, so that's going to be a little easier for me to do. On the left side, there's a pitch bend wheel. That's something I've been wanting for how many years now? Quite a while. Wait, is it supposed to not spring back like that? Let me test this out real quick. No, it works. It works the same way. It's just I heard it spring more. Maybe it's just because I'm used to more springy pitch bend wheels that I've seen in the past. Anyway, on the very left, the power button is actually quite, like, a lot more on the right than you'd think. The left side, of course, the first thing you see is the speaker. Then below the speaker, like on the right side, or should I say maybe more in the middle of the speaker actually, there's two buttons, and these buttons click. They don't like feel all rubberized like the other ones do. First one is a DSP button, which just turns on all the effects and stuff that you can customize. And the second button is, what is it called? It's called the assign button, but what it does is it changes what these real-time control knobs do right to the right of those things. Like, you can turn these things, and they have a click in the middle to show you if they're in the middle position, and you can turn them right or left. And they do different things depending on what you have the assign thing set to. So that is really cool. I love that. We're to the right of the speaker now. On the very top is a power button, but this one is a little different from the normal switches, or in case of the PSR-275, you would click it in, it would stay in, and you would click it out when you turn it off. It's not like a hardware switch this time, it's actually a standby button. You actually have to press it, and for that reason, it will automatically power off after 30 minutes of inactivity, so that is pretty cool. I do like that because it doesn't draw as much power if you leave it on. And below the power button is your volume knob, which hasn't changed much. It actually does feel almost the same as the one on the PSR-275 does. Let's start describing the buttons to the right of that. There's 3 rows of buttons, and there's 4 buttons on each row. I'm not exactly sure what all of them are. I know that on the top row, the second button is the demo button. And by the way, these all are rectangular. They don't feel any different to each other. The third one is the transpose button, which is quite weird because you'd think that would be a function. Well, it is a function, but it's got a dedicated button. And to the right of that, I'm not sure. I really am not sure. On the second row, I think the buttons are just a little bit smaller. Maybe it's just because the first button on the top row is a little bigger than the rest. I'm not sure why. I don't know what that does. Anyway, on the second row, you have another button that I have no idea what it does yet, and then the record button, the metronome button, and the tap tempo button, which if you just press it once, it'll change the tempo display so you can use the plus minus. We'll come back to that. And then below that you have your voice control buttons, your split, your dual, your harmony, and your arpeggio, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Let's see. Okay, to the right of that is the display, which is what I have my phone mounted on, and it's got some writing on the top of it. I'm not exactly sure what that says. To the right of the display. Okay, this is what I was going to talk about. This is a dial. It has this thing where you can put your finger and like spin it around, and that's used to go backwards and forwards through selections. And then below that you have 2 buttons. These are the category buttons. You can use them to change between categories of voices or possibly styles. And then the new DJ pattern function, which I'm going to talk about at some point. And that is also what's used for the function button. Because remember in the PSR-275 when you had to keep pressing the function button repeatedly to get a certain function? Well, now you don't have to. All you have to do is you can actually go backwards and forwards through the functions with the category buttons, just like with the DGX 630 that I had for a few days and then I forgot about it completely. Well, this is basically the same as that. So that is pretty cool. And to the right of that, you have your numeric keypad, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, execute, yes, because that's what it's called. The reason why I say no and yes is because when you press the plus button or the minus button is actually signifying yes or no for on-screen prompts. I'm going to get into that some point later. And then there's nothing but the speaker on the right side. Oh wait, above the 1, that's where the function button is, and above the 3 there's a button called Music Database, which I have no idea what that does. Okay, and then finally, the culprit. Oh god, there's so many buttons in here. On the very bottom part, below everything else. What the hell?
Pause button.
I said lock the screen. Thought I did that already. Let's start. Let's see. There's 1 row of buttons to the right of the real-time control knobs, starting from the right side, because I just feel like that's a better way to start. On the very right is your start and stop button. After that, I think is the synchro start button. I'm not exactly sure. To the left of that, I have no idea what that is. If I remember correctly, that's a thing where if you play a style and you let go of your chord keys, the style stops completely. I'm not sure what that's used for. To the left of that is your A-B section for your styles, and your fast forward through songs, which is the same button. To the left of that is your intro, ending, and slow down kind of button, and your backwards through the songs, if I remember correctly. And then the last one on the very left is your auto accompaniment button. And on the songs,
2 notifications. Missed 2 notifications. Messenger. Now.
you freaking not do that.
Speech off.
Speech off. Thank you. God damn it. So, yeah, for the songs, it's the A-B repeat button. You know, you press it once, you press it again, and it just repeats that part of the song over and over. Oh, I remember, just now I remembered, on the, you know where there's the 3 rows of buttons with 4 buttons each? On the second row, the first button is the lesson button for songs. And to the right is the record, the metronome, and the tap tempo. Okay, getting back to this. So, to the right of all these auto accompaniment and style and song going forwards and backwards and stuff buttons, to the right of that is your track control. That is what you use to mute the different tracks for possibly songs, usually styles or DJ patterns. To the right of that is your registration memories. I have no idea what they are. I know they let you save your current settings and then recall them later, but I don't know how they work. There's one button that's a little smaller than the rest, and then there's 4 a little bigger buttons. And the weird thing about all these buttons, by the way, is that they don't feel like normal rectangles. They have this angle towards you so that you press them down as if they were like piano keys, if you think about them that way. It's kind of weird. And then to the very right, which is below the plus 0 minus on your number keypad, you have your pattern, your song, your style, and your voice buttons to change between the main functions, as the manual calls them. And I think that's about it for the buttons. That is quite a lot of buttons, I must say. And I thought the PSR-275 had a lot of buttons. I mean, this one has... I'm not sure how much more it really does have, but it does have... I mean, it has the dial, it has the pitch bend wheel, it has the real-time control knobs. It has all this cool stuff. And of course, it's got your normal 61 touch-sensitive keys, which I'm all used to. Oh, and the good thing about these keys is that they do not click or make weird noises like the PSR-275 used to do. Like, you can play them and they make noises when you press them, but they don't potentially, like, do this kind of noise when you let them go and stuff. and that's something that I've been thinking about with the PSR-275 for a while. I really didn't like that. So now that's fixed too. Okay, before I turn this on, actually, I'm going to take a look at the back, because I really should do that. It takes 6 AA's as batteries. I'm not exactly sure if it's AA's or D cells, but I know that the PSR-275 used to be D cells. I'm just not sure about that because I haven't taken the back off and I kind of don't want to. Okay, so on the back you have your AC adapter port. You have... what the frig is that? I don't know. It feels like you can plug something into this, but I don't know what that would be. I know this other one is a USB port, so you can potentially connect flash drives and save data over to it. The next port is pretty cool. I never used it yet, but I'm going to plan to do that. This is an aux input jack, so you can like plug anything with an audio cable into it. Like, I don't know, you could plug in your phone or your MP3 player or anything, and use your keyboard as the speaker amplifier, which is pretty cool. And then to the right of that you have your either sustain jack or headphone jack. They are basically the same connector, so I'm not sure which one is which. And that's about it, I think. Besides the bottom where the batteries go. But I don't have anything in there, and I don't want to take it off because I don't even know how to take it off because it's so massive anyway. So I'm going to turn this on. It doesn't even make any noise. It doesn't even go click. That is pretty cool. Let's go turn this up a little bit. Okay, let's see. Of course, you got your pitch bend that you can change. There's a function to change the pitch bend range as well. I'm gonna go over to... I'm not sure what voice it was. I'm gonna try to select something random. I'm gonna type in 174. Okay. So, let's see if we can mess around with this voice a little bit. What the real-time control knobs do is let you change different aspects of your voice. So for example, the way I have it set up now is I'm going to turn the knob all the way to the very left and then gradually turn it up. You can't exactly hear it, but it's changing the cutoff frequency, and if I go even higher, past the center point, it's going to do that. Let's see if we can change that even more. If I change this knob to the very right, the second knob, and then change the left knob down again, you're going to hear a little slight change. That is your resonance knob. So what that does is it, like, I don't know, basically it just makes the frequency that the left knob is set to, and it makes that frequency like more audible, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. What else is there? I'm not sure which one is which. Oh yeah, this one's the reverb and chorus one. I don't want to mess around with that one. Wait. No, that doesn't really do much. The next, beside the with the assign button, I pressed it now twice. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is your attack and release part. So I'm going to change this to 0, and then I'm going to change... Yeah, I have my release at 0 now. And now I'm gonna see if I can change the reverb into 0. So I'm gonna toggle back. No, that's the wrong one. One more, and then I'm gonna put this to 0. And I've got a completely different changed sound. And you can do that with quite a lot of sounds. I mean, you can't do that with a lot of the sampled sounds, but like for the synth sounds and stuff. And this one doesn't have any velocity control on it for some reason. I'm not sure if it's changed by voice or something. Okay, let's see. What can I demonstrate besides the pitch bend and the knobs? I'm gonna go for the, let's see. You can change split, which is basically just all the way from here, and then it changes the voice to the normal voice. The dual voice doesn't do much in this case for some reason. Let's see if I can do harmony. I'm going to turn auto accompaniment on. So that works. And then the arpeggio. Ooh, whoa, let's see. That is pretty cool. So you can like mess around with this and keep in mind that most of these buttons, if you hold them down, you can do like even more stuff with them. Like if you hold the arpeggio down, you can change the arpeggio type. Basically all it does is just call a function up, and then you can use your category buttons or whatever else to change to other functions. So I guess if you wanted to, if you memorize the numbers of your functions, you can easily get to them by holding down something that is close to the number you want, but if it's not actually listed in any of the buttons that you have to hold down, you can easily get to it by holding something that will warp you to function close to the one you want, and then you press the category buttons as necessary to change it around. Okay, what else can I do? So you can use the wheel type control knobs. Let's see. You can do this with the styles as well. Let me see if I can show you with a DJ pattern. I'm just going to turn the tracks of the DJ pattern off so it sounds like this. And I'm going to change the sign. I'm going to turn the resonance up. And of course, you can have a lot of fun with the tracks too. So you could like, I don't know, and that's the full pattern. I'm going to talk about DJ patterns later, but that's the way the track control works. You just press the track button you want to mute, and it'll mute it, and then you can press it again to unmute. That's basically the way it works. Let's see, what else can I do? I'm going to change the tempo. So I don't know if I tap it like slower. Whoa, that's weird. And you can change it to a lot faster if you want. Whoa, that's not good. And of course, if you press it once and you press plus and minus at the same time, it'll go back to the normal tempo. That's default. So I'm going to change back to voice mode, and I think it reserves what you have selected by which one you've played last. So yeah, it's still playing the pattern even though I'm on voice mode. But if I change the style, styles are a really cool thing actually. Let's see. I'm gonna turn accompaniment on. For the DJ patterns, you don't need to turn accompaniment on because it's on by default. Oh, I have it set to voice mode. That's why it's not turning on. Synchro start, intro, and this is the first style that comes up. You notice the drum kit is a little different. That's because it's been updated. Most of the other sounds, though, that you'll see, are basically the same, which is quite weird for a 2016 era keyboard. I mean, to think about the fact that most of these sounds are like, I don't know, 10 to 15 years old now. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just... variations? Oh. Let's not do that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. You can, like, skip out of the ending if you don't want it. I love this ending. Let's check this. That is pretty cool. Let's see. I'm gonna change to something random like... Oh, I remember this one. This is one of those flagship styles that they've been using for, I don't know, just for demoing what the styles were capable of. I remember in one of the instructional videos the Yamaha made, they used this one. And the cool thing about this is, of course, it's got all these really cool, like, I don't know, it changes pitch if you think about it. Let's see. In the ending, it does this weird thing where it, like, changes pitch like that. That is really cool. And I have no idea how they did that. I'm looking for the one that used to be called Euro Trance. What the fruitcake is that? I've never seen these before. What is... There's a lot of random stuff in here. And as you can tell, well, you can't exactly tell, but most of these... not most of these, but like some of them were still part of the PSR-275, but they've been changed around with like different drums and stuff. Oh, is it this one? Let's see. Yep. Oh, that's been changed. That's been changed quite a lot. Now here's the really killer part. I'm gonna make this stop. Now, I'm gonna change it over to minor. See what happens. Not major. Listen to this. How cool is that? It's a completely different melody for the same style. Okay, it's quite a weird thing to be listening to this, because I'm not used to it. I'm not sure what it sounds like in the PSR-275. Okay, the weird thing is, I mean, it sounded quite like this when I heard it with the DGX630, but it was still this new thing. Like, it was a little different sounding, but I remember back before I got this keyboard, I was looking for what they had on offer for the PSR-e series, and I saw the video about not the video, but like on their website they have these demonstration files that you can play, and one of them was Eurotrance on the PSR-e 263, which of course has no touch sensitivity and quite low performance for my standards, and that one actually surprised me because it had the old version of the style still there. And I'm like, how do they still preserve this thing? Like, that's so weird. Just a quick thing, style number 002 is this style. I'm pretty sure for anyone who's been using a PSR-e or possibly even the PSR-e 275 knows this one, but it's got a different drum to it, and like some of the instruments are changed. And of course you can change to one touch. Let me see. I said change to one touch, and we got the same instrument. Wow. Oh, and you can still do that. I didn't even know you can. That's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure that I haven't showed this off yet, but if I press the intro and ending button again, it slows down. Okay, enough of that. Let's see, what else can I demonstrate besides all the stuff that I've done? Let's see, the songs are quite, basically just for demonstration purposes. There's not 100 of them anymore, there's only 30. And you can lessen with them, but they're a lot more advanced than you'd think. Like, you wouldn't want to lessen with this, of course. But not even, like, I don't know, let's see, 0, 1, 6. There's this. Okay, I think this should be the easiest one to listen to. But besides that, there's like a bunch of other stuff that you can try, but it's not easy at all. And I'm not sure how the lesson works anyway, because if I remember correctly, it doesn't give you a grade by sound. It doesn't go like the 275 used to. It doesn't do that anymore, so it's quite hard to find out what your grade was. So it really doesn't even matter what you play anymore. At least with the 275, you can actually try to find out what your grade was like. Anyway, let's see. Oh, and then your user songs. Do I still have something recorded on this? Oh yeah, I do. This was something I recorded to test out the recording, and I actually made a second track, but then deleted it, because I wanted to see how to delete a track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a second track. Just in case, because I've been wanting to make it, like, remake it. So let's, I'm going to switch to drum kit number 245. Turn the accompaniment off. That's the wrong voice, of course. Let's try that again. Nope, 246. And I'm going to switch to song number 032, which is this. And I'm going to turn the metronome on just in case. And then I'm going to hold the record button. You have to hold the record button, you don't have to press it, because pressing it will just record over track 1. I wish you could record into track 1 without writing it over, but I don't think you can. So you hold the record button, and you press track 2. The metronome will stop for a while, and then it'll wait for you to press a key. And then I forgot that I had something randomly changed to my real-time control knob, so I'm gonna see if I can fix that. That's what I've been wanting, it just doesn't want to come up, so I'm gonna delete the track and then do it again. Because I have it saved now. Oh, pressing the fast forward and back makes those noises. So I'm going to hold track 2, and now the play button and everything is disabled. Like I press it and it doesn't do anything. You can still play the keyboard, but it's just asking you, do you want to delete this track? I'm going to say plus, which is yes. It's going to ask me, are you sure? I'm going to press yes again. And it's going to wait. And after a while, I'm going to keep holding the pressing the play button, and it's deleted. So let's try to record it with that on, because that sounds pretty cool. So whenever I use the real-time control knobs on the lead voice, I'm going to try to use the real-time control knobs on the drums as well. I'm going to press metronome, I'm going to press record, and I'm going to press track 2. Okay, that was a thing, I guess. Let's stop that, and metronome's automatically stopped. And now I got a second track. Hopefully. Can you hold the play button until it starts working? I'm not sure. Maybe you can. And then, of course, if you wanted to mute one of the tracks, you would just press track 1 or 2. So it really didn't sound good what I did, but, you know, why not? And I don't think you can change the voices at all. I'm wondering if you can lessen on a user song. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to try. Another random thing I did was, let's see, do I have anything recorded with song number 33? No, I don't. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, God. This one. The weird thing about the songs, though, is that if you transpose the keyboard, like I did for this song, let me see, voice number 190 is the marimba. Now, I transposed the keyboard because I wanted it to be in key, but I couldn't play it in key. So, for that reason, the only way this can play back normal is if you actually have the transpose set to the way you had it when you recorded it, because it doesn't transpose, like, it doesn't record the data as transposed notes. It records them as, like, no, it doesn't record them as the notes you play them as. It records them with the transpose value in mind, unfortunately. So, let's see, what do I have this, oh, let's see, I have track 1. Wait, which one is track 1? Oh, this is track 1. And then there's track 2. And then there's track 3. And then there's track 4, which sounds like crap. So yeah, that's something that I randomly did after looking up random videos of finding out how to record and delete tracks. Although the manual did give me a tip as to what to do, but it just wasn't precise enough. Well, now I kind of know what to do, so that's good. If you want to delete track 1, you can just hold track 1 and press yes twice, and it will delete track 1 only. But if you want to delete the whole song, you can hold track 1 and the 6th track, which is only used for accompaniment and patterns and stuff. If you hold both of those, it'll ask you if you want to delete the whole song, so you don't have to delete track by track. I learned that the hard way. I didn't know that you could delete only track 1. I thought you could delete track 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 and possibly 6, but I didn't know you could delete track 1 without first pressing, holding both of those and delete the whole song. So I had to find out how to do that. Let's see. I guess I better mention what DJ patterns are now. So what they are... Oh, what the hell? I better transpose it back to the normal way it was. There's one touch setting for this as well. And of course you can arpeggio with it. Let's see if I can find the correct button. So you can do that, and you can transpose it. And then the cool thing about these patterns is they've got nothing but 5 different variations for each pattern. So you can hold down the first one, which is the accompaniment button, by the way, and that's just section 1. And then section 2 is the the intro ending button in the back, which is the song button. And the next one, pretty cool panning stereo thing going on. Fourth one changed to minor. Don't know why. And the 5th one is... Now another really cool thing you can do is if you have the assign button set to it in a certain way, let me see. Yep. The one knob controls the balance between the auxiliary audio that's coming through somewhere else if you have it plugged in and the keyboard volume. But the other knob, let me see. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. The other knob changes the retrigger rate. So if I have it set to centered, it does this. And if I put it all the way to the left, it's that much. And then as I move it to the right, that is pretty cool. Although, well, and there's a lot more patterns as well. So there's this one. And you can mess around with the Whoa, that is pretty cool. You can have a lot of fun with the tracks too. Oh, that's pretty close to each other, actually. Okay, that's quite enough. Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, no, I don't want you to do that anymore. I wanted you to not do that anymore. Let's have a little quick look at what's changing voices. I don't think this has changed very much. There's an octave piano. Of course, there's the there's that. There's the harpsichord, there's the coupled harpsichord, there's the honky-tonk. There's this stuff. And then there's piano and strings. Which is pretty cool. I wonder what happens if I press dual on this. It goes away. That's pretty cool. Oh god, this one. Finally I get to have a keyboard that does this. Because I remember having a lot of fun with the DGX630 doing this. You know, the usual, what is it? It doesn't have the amazing electric piano that the DGX630 had, of course, but it's got quite a few. Oh, of course there's this. Let's see if I can change this an octave higher. Okay, that's enough. Change it back. There's your normal organ stuff. You can have a lot of fun with your DSPs on this one. So if I hold DSP and change it, can I change DSPs? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Thought holding it would automatically turn it on. That's tremolo. That's like pan. Not sure what that is. That's like rotary organ kind of stuff. Oh, distortion. That is pretty cool. Let's turn that off. And of course, it has its own arpeggios as well. Like you could do. Whoa! What the hell? What the frig? Your normal stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the higher quality accordion like the DJX 630 did. It does have the high quality harmonica though. I'm not gonna pitch bend. And then it has the old one too, just in case. Wait, this is the same one without the root? Oh, that's the old one. That's the only thing I remember from the PSR-275 that had the accordion as a sound. The old guitar is still here, of course, but there's this one. What does the arpeggio sound like, I wonder? Why is it so quick? Let's turn that back. Tempo. Is that supposed to be that quick? What the? What? There we go. So yeah, next is your distortion guitar without the added velocity thing going on. I can't vibrato with this thing, it's hard. Okay, that's enough. Then we have your normal guitar without this kind of stuff, the steel guitar, the jazz, the whatever this stuff is, the clean, the muted, the distortion, and your bass. That is pretty cool, the dynamic. This is not the dynamic bass. There's a bunch of these, by the way. Oh god. it's quite easy to come up with like random like EDM stuff in this one. Arpeggio? Let's see what that sounds like. What the? Whoa. That is pretty cool. That's like dubstep kind of bass. When are we gonna be over with this kind of stuff? Oh, here we go. Is there an arpeggio for this? That is pretty cool. I like all the arpeggios because they sound amazing. Let's see. God, I haven't played that in such a long time. Let's put it back to normal. Oh, that's an even better one, actually. I like that. Tremolo, synth, oh, pizzicato, an octave pizzicato if you want. Violin, whatever that stuff is. Oh God. Let's see, can I change stuff? That's quite weird. I don't remember what it was, but I remember something that I was gonna try and play. It wasn't even an octave. Okay. Oh, there's a lot more of those. Oh, never mind. I think that's been always the same, I think. I'm not sure. I don't think the saxophonists have changed room. Oh, besides that one. Whoa, that's weird. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't even know what this stuff is, but it sounds pretty cool. I don't know what this is. I know that was the old clarinet, oboes, bassoon, oh, trumpet. And there's even a trombone. That is pretty cool. And there's the old ones. And the brass. And the muted trumpet. There's so many of these. Oh god, this one. I still have no idea what the hell this is supposed to be. It's one sample that's just across the whole keyboard, and I'm like, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. I wonder if there's added DSP chorus onto that, so let's check. Nope, it's not. Quite hard to mess around with the things without exactly knowing what you're doing. Again, another random beginning of a song that started that way on the PSR-275. Oh, and then the flute. can I transpose? I don't remember, oh. I don't remember the rest, but I remember that much. Okay, and then there's one with like added attack to it, which you can actually get rid of if you use your knobs. And there's a pan flute. And there's the other flute and an octave flute apparently, and a piccolo maybe, and the pan flute and all this stuff. I wonder what the arpeggio sounds like for this stuff. That's cool. Oh, and then we've got like this stuff. Okay, that's enough. There's even more of those. Really sounds like a huge amount of VDM by now. I have no idea what that is. Okay, that's enough. There's even more of these. Except it doesn't go any lower if you change the velocities. What the hell? Oh, and it like does this aftertouch thing. I'm pretty sure it does not have aftertouch velocity, but like... that is weird. And these are the old ones. The 2000s era ones. there's all the pads and stuff. Never mind. These are like layered voices now. Oh god, the noise wave thing. Not only is it just this that you can mess around with, there's also this. That is so cool. These are all the pads. What the hell? That's awful. Yay, vibraphone. Arpeggios does this. Same with these, I think. In fact, one of them already has the vibrato thing already done for you. Okay, that's enough. Same with the xylophone, and for this, the vibraphone apparently doesn't have that. Oh yay. Let's see, what can we do? Okay. I put it back to normal. I didn't mean to do that. Let's change it back to like 222. Okay, there's a lot more to be going through, unfortunately. Let's do 198. Oh, there it is. It's 196. Music box. Tubular bells. That actually sounds pretty cool. Tremolo. Banjo. Oh, there's a lot of random things on this one. What's that, for example? Wait, is that simulated vibrato that doesn't change pitch? Oh, hell yeah it is. That's weird. I have no idea what this stuff is by now. What is all this stuff? god, that's the low quality one. I don't know what this is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Okay, that's enough. Oh god. There's a lot of random kits too. What's the difference? Like, I don't know anymore. Whoa. Finally! Now I get to finally talk about the drum kit, which is voice number 238. We've went through quite a lot, that's for sure. These are all the same, I think. Oh god, the attack and release really mess around with the things. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, that's the new thing. It's got like it's got like 5 different levels of velocity for each one. In fact, there's a demo song that showcases what the drum kit can actually do if you program it correctly. Because I can't, that's for sure. These have been changed as well. And this is what's really cool about the attack and release. Let's see. No, not that one. Wait, yes, that one. If you do it like this, okay, you can do that, but listen to this. And if I make it a lot higher, listen to what happens. There's an actual loop inside the cymbal for the middle, which then goes down. Same with this one. Okay, there's these. We all know this. And then we have this. That is pretty cool. Different toms on this one. And those are the original ones. I had a lot of fun with that with the PSR-275. Oh god, and these are basically the same. Except for this. Like, after this, there's a bunch of random stuff. What the heck? What is that? And then the next one is all those sounds, but in reverse. Why would you want something like that? That's like really weird. Oh god, don't even get me started on this one. Like, what is all this stuff? I have no idea. I wonder if this has any attack and release kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it's got quite a big one. Oh god. And then there's like these random noises. What the hell is that? What is that? Okay, I'm gonna try not to do that anymore. Then there's like all this other random stuff. So many random noises that this thing can make. Oh, and then there's a Latin kid. I don't think any of these has anything amazing. Oh, and then there's the arpeggios. And I think that's about it. My god. We've run through so many voices at the same time, I could barely even, like, wow. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, you could connect this through USB to your computer and, like, make MIDI things through it. You could use it as a speaker, of course. You could have a lot more fun with a bunch of different DJ patterns and styles. You can have so many different, like, limitless combinations of things you can do. So, that was a pretty in-depth tour, if I must say, of the new, to me, that is, Yamaha PSR-e 453. And with that, I think I'm just going to press this button and make it go to standby and not waste any more power. And, well, that's been really fun to record. It was quite amazing, I must say. Going through all the voices again is pretty cool in itself, because I've done it before. I've went through some of the styles as well. Even though I said I forgot about them, well, I did forget about them. I just now refreshed my memory a little bit. So there will be a few videos planned for the next week or so. I'm not sure when they're going to upload or when I'm going to have enough time to record them, but for now, that was it, and I guess I'll see you in the next video, so, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. And my phone literally died. No, it didn't. I thought it did. It was just the speech that turned off.
Speech on.
I literally
Mail.
thought
Mail.
it
Mail.
died.
Settings. Settings. Voice recorder. Double tap to.
Come on. Come on. I want you to click the pause button. Click the pause button.
Current position. 1.
I
Current position.
did
1 hour.
not
30 minutes.
mean you to click on
Pause
that.
button.